Monkey stood at the edge of the jungle clearing, watching. There was a monkey on the other side, leaned against a palm tree, shoulders relaxed, a small glowing device between two fingers. A thin cloud drifted upward, mango-scented, sweet, visible from 10 meters away. Monkey had never smelled anything like it. Not a banana, not rain on bark. Something artificial and perfect and completely new. The cool monkey didn't look stressed, didn't look like he was trying. He just looked like someone who had figured something out. Monkey walked over, asked what that was. Cool. Monkey shrugged, said it was nothing. Just flavored air. Just flavored air. One puff. Monkey inhaled. Something warm moved from his throat to his chest to somewhere behind his eyes. A tiny curtain drew back. The jungle felt quieter. Monkey felt for approximately 40 seconds like the most relaxed primate on the planet. Done, Monkey thought. Monkey was not done. And here's the thing. Monkey didn't know he just made a deal. No handshake. No fine print. Just one puff of flavored air and a brain that had already started rewriting its own wiring. Because what Monkey thought was a moment was actually a transaction. And the other party in that transaction was a molecule called nicotine. And nicotine, it turns out, is a very aggressive negotiator. So, what exactly happened inside Monkey's brain? And more importantly, what does Monkey do now? Number 1, Monkey's brain versus the little stick. Monkey's brain was not built for nicotine. It was built for finding fruit, avoiding snakes, and reading the social dynamics of a troop of 30 primates. It runs on a chemical called dopamine, the brain's reward signal. Monkey finds food, dopamine. Monkey makes a friend, dopamine. Monkey solves a problem, dopamine. That's the system. That's been the system for 40 million years. Then nicotine arrived. Nicotine is shaped almost identically to a natural brain chemical called acetylcholine. When it enters the bloodstream, which happens within 8 seconds of inhalation, 8 seconds, it locks onto nicotinic receptors throughout Monkey's brain and triggers a dopamine flood. Not a trickle, a flood. Faster and larger than almost anything Monkey's brain was designed to produce naturally. Monkey's brain said, well, that was something. The problem is that Monkey's brain is also an adaptation machine. It notices patterns, it adjusts. So when nicotine keeps arriving and keeps triggering dopamine, the brain does something logical and catastrophic. It grows more receptors to handle the signal and simultaneously dials down its natural dopamine production. Why make your own when the little stick keeps bringing it? Within days, not months, days, Monkey no longer vapes to feel good. Monkey vapes to feel normal. The baseline has shifted. Without the little stick, Monkey's brain is underproducing dopamine. Everything feels flat, irritating, wrong. And, well, the little stick is right there. This is not a character flaw. This is pharmacology. Number 2. The illusion Monkey built to live in. Monkey, however, did not think about pharmacology. Monkey thought about the mango flavor and the way the clearing had looked quieter afterward. And Monkey had thoughts. Very convincing thoughts. It's not cigarettes. Accurate. Also irrelevant. The nicotine content in some vape pods exceeds that of a full pack of cigarettes. The delivery is different. The molecule is the same. I can stop whenever I want. Monkey said this on day 4. Monkey is still saying this on day 47. There is no day yet on which Monkey has actually stopped. It's just a habit, not an addiction. And here's the thing. Monkey's brain has a very specific definition of addiction, and it isn't the one Monkey is using. Addiction, neurologically, is when a substance hijacks the brain's reward pathway to the point where stopping produces measurable withdrawal. Monkey gets irritable without it. Monkey can't concentrate. Monkey woke up at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, stared at the ceiling, and spent 20 minutes thinking about where he'd left the little stick. That's not a habit. That's a hostage situation. I only vape socially. Monkey now vapes alone in a tree before the group even wakes up. Each rationalization had a biological reason it felt true. Nicotine also acts on the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for long-term thinking and rational evaluation. It makes the immediate craving feel more urgent than the distant consequence. Monkey isn't being irrational. Monkey's rationality module has been temporarily borrowed by a molecule. Number 3. The spiral nobody talks about. The cravings came in waves. Monkey learned their schedule before Monkey learned anything else about them. After waking up, after eating, during stress, during boredom, during happiness somehow. The little stick had attached itself to every emotional state Monkey had, like a footnote that appeared on every page. Monkey started hiding it, not because Monkey was ashamed exactly, more because explaining it was exhausting. Other monkeys would ask questions. Monkey didn't have good answers. So the little stick moved to a pocket, then to a hollow in a tree, then to a spot behind the waterfall where nobody went. Monkey was now managing a secret, and the secret required the little stick, and the little stick required the secret. Tight little loop. The mood swings started. Without nicotine, Monkey's dopamine deficit expressed itself as irritability, poor focus, a low-grade sense that everything was slightly wrong. Other monkeys noticed. Monkey blamed the weather. Monkey blamed sleep. Monkey blamed a particular mango that had been off last Thursday. If you want to keep seeing where this goes, and Monkey would very much like company right now, subscribe. This gets harder before it gets better. Number 4. The quit. The failure. The biology of both. One morning, Monkey decided, that's it. No more little stick. Cold turkey. Monkey threw the device into a bush with real conviction. Day 1 was fine. Day 1 is always fine. Monkey felt proud. Day 2. Monkey retrieved the device from the bush. This is not weakness, this is withdrawal. Within 24 hours of stopping, nicotine blood levels drop. Receptors that have upregulated scream for input and dopamine production, already suppressed, has no incoming signal to compensate. The brain enters a deficit state. Clinically, anxiety, irritability, difficulty concentrating, increased appetite, insomnia. For Monkey, everything was annoying. The jungle was too loud, and someone else was chewing too slowly, and it was somehow a personal attack. Quitting cold turkey has a success rate of approximately 3–5%. Not because quitters aren't trying, because the brain's chemistry makes unassisted cessation exceptionally hard. Monkey wasn't failing at willpower. Monkey was failing at pharmacology. Different problem, different solution. Number 5, the rebuild. What actually works? Monkey needed a system, not a resolution. Step 1. Replace the molecule, not the habit. Nicotine replacement therapy, patches, gum, lozenges, maintains nicotine levels in the bloodstream while removing the behavioral ritual of vaping. This keeps withdrawal manageable while Monkey addresses the other half of the addiction. The habit loop. Reach for pocket. Feel craving. Receive relief. Monkey needed to break those 3 steps apart, one at a time. Step 2. Substitute the gesture. Monkey's hands knew exactly what to do. They'd done it thousands of times. So Monkey gave them something else. Sunflower seeds. A stress ball made of bark. Anything that occupied the same physical script without the chemical payload. Sounds small. Neurologically, it's significant. Habit loops live in the basal ganglia, and they respond to replacement better than removal. Step 3. Find real feedback. Monkey joined a group of other monkeys who were also trying to quit, not for motivation speeches, for accountability, because every time Monkey slipped and told another monkey, the shame was data. What triggered it? What time? What emotion came first? Monkey started learning his own craving map. Step 4. Use professional tools when available. Varenicline, sold under brand names, is a prescription medication that partially activates nicotinic receptors, reducing cravings and making the little stick less rewarding even when Monkey does use it. Not available everywhere. Worth asking about. Before we get to the last step, drop a comment. Have you ever tried to quit something and failed? What happened? Number 6. Monkey retrains the loop. The craving, Monkey eventually understood, was not the enemy. The craving was information. It was the brain saying, I expect a reward here at this time after this trigger. And Monkey could answer that expectation with something else. Not forever. Just this once. Then again. Then again. The algorithm of addiction, it turned out, worked exactly like any other algorithm. It gave Monkey what Monkey had trained it to expect. And it could be retrained, not quickly, not without error, but permanently, with enough repetition of a different response. Cool Monkey, by the way, the one from the clearing, Monkey ran into him 3 months later. No little stick. hands in pockets. He'd quit 2 weeks ago, he said. Was not having a good time. Was trying anyway. They sat in the clearing for a while. The jungle was the same jungle. The mango smell was gone. Everything was slightly harder and slightly more real. Monkey's hands were empty. Monkey didn't know what to do with them yet. That was fine. Monkey was learning.